Hey everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you've been with us for a while, welcome back. Today we have two very exciting things happening. I can't believe they're actually happening today. Two of them, well, that'd be both of them, involve a John Deere, and they both involve the YouTube Yacht Project. I can't believe it, it's crazy. I'm so excited for this day. I've been waiting for a long time. Just have to stay tuned and find out what it is. To the channel, or you've been with us for a while, let me just get you caught up to speed. This is our John Deere 755 compact utility tractor. That is our custom leather welding glove cylinder protection device. Pretty fancy, top-notch work, if I do say so myself. Anyway, we love everything about this tractor except for the fact it does not have quick attach brackets on the front. Now, an awesome subscriber named Andy sent in a quick attach plate and quick attach brackets, and then this gentleman right here, Neil Cove from Neil Cove Dig Drive DIY, offered to fab it up because he also has a John Deere 755 and fabbed up this exact same setup on his tractor. I love the way his looked, and I said, absolutely, let's do it. So this was thing number one we were excited about, and it turned out awesome. If you want to see how he built this and how we loaded it or mounted it on the tractor, you go to Neil's channel, which I will put a link in the description and probably an info card up here somewhere. But you've got another surprise for us too, don't you?
That's right. So a lot of the complaints we get from people that talk about doing the quick attach to their bucket, the first thing they say is you're going to compromise the lift capacity, and that's true. But fortunately on these tractors, the Model 70 loader on these tractors is also used on the 855 and the 955, and they have an increased relief valve pressure. The 75 has a 2000 psi relief valve pressure. We're going to crank it up to 2500, and it will increase the lift capacity just enough to make this thing work like a champ. So
I'm excited.
I went to the John Deere store, Kleeman. This is all it is. Part number 875-169. Those are your shim packs, and we'll put those in the relief valve. We'll have more pressure.
I started this video telling you there were two things I was excited about. Now there's a third thing. And you've got a full video on your channel of how to do it, right?
Yeah, I'll have a full video of how to do the relief valve pressure, and then a video on the quick attach bucket.
All kinds of videos. Link to his channel in the description, info card. We're gonna get to work, and then we're gonna head out to the 120 and start clearing some of the dirt for the YouTube Yacht Project. And we're gonna take the 755 out with us too, test the bucket out, run the pulverizer, and see how this shim kit works. So like he said, he's putting a shim pack in the relief valve on this tractor to bring it up to the same pressure or similar pressure as the 855 and 955, which means the hydraulics can handle it, and this will be awesome, and I'm pretty excited about it. And actually, I've already used it, and you can definitely feel a little bit of a difference. Now, the quick attach fabrication video, he already has it up and live on his channel, so you got to get over to Neil's channel and check out that video, and just check out all of his videos and subscribe to his channel. His channel is awesome. It's solid work, solid content, solid editing, all around great channel, and you can tell he knows what he's talking about because look at that, right on the nose, 2500 psi. We are set. All right, so we got the 120 out here. You guys remember that from the previous video. Info card if you missed that video. We're getting the laser set up. Neil's out here with us as well. 755. We're gonna set grade, and we're basically just gonna rough this grade in with the 120 since we've got it here. And then if there's any cleanup work, we can do that with the 304 when we actually dig the footers. And he's gonna take that 755, he's gonna help me run grade and take the 755 and just kind of keep the bottom of it cleaned up since I don't have the smooth face bucket. That sound like a plan?
That's a plan.
That's a plan. Our plans never seem to work, but it's at least a place to start.
YouTube Yacht site, right?
This is the YouTube Yacht site. We did check fluids this morning, just so you know. mentioned, plans don't always work out, and that was definitely the case here. You can see we ran into some pretty heavy rock. The 120 had no problem getting through it, but obviously the 755 has a little bit less power than that 120, so it was not able to cut through the rock and keep the bottom flat, but that's okay. We'll get it cleaned up with the 304 in the future when we bring it up to actually dig out the footers. All in all, it turned out great, and I think Neil and I had a great time working together. At least I had a good time. I hope he had a good time down there, and I cannot wait the next time they come down and visit, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more time to work on a few more projects and maybe hop over on one of Dirt Perfect's job sites as well.
So we were making great progress. Great progress. Oh, a little bit of throttle. We're gonna go scoot back about one more time, and then of course ran into just a little bit of rock, but nothing too bad. I'm gonna scooch over so my counterweight's not on that dirt. May touch just a little bit, but yeah. Oh, didn't even touch it all. Perfect. And I'm gonna go around, drive around Derby a little bit, see if we can catch up with Dirt Perfect. Neil's got a shirt for Dirt Perfect as well. Swing past logger weights place, just give him the whole grand old tour. We've had a lot of fun. And then Alright, so we made our rounds. We went and chatted with Dirt Perfect for a little bit, ran into Logger Wade, checked out some of this stuff. I am very excited about the quick attach on this tractor. I asked Neil if he could help me just kind of keep the bottom level, but you guys saw we ran into, you know, some pretty big rocks. It didn't really quite work out that way, but I am going to take it up and move some of this dirt around in just a second. We've pretty much got this spot leveled out to where it needs to be. So I'm going to crawl up there now, take those piles, spread them out in the parking area, and then pull that slope back. And I think we're going to be close. I may come out with Chelsea later and mark off exactly where it's going to go and get a little bit of an idea. I need to move the tractor. I need to go this way. I just can't get over this. Every time I walk past it, I have to get down and look at it. God, it looks so good. gonna take this material here, which came out of there. It's pretty good rocky, sandy stuff. It will work great. And just kind of build up, use what we can and build up a little bit of that parking area. We'll still have to haul in some base rock, but you can't pass up free material like that. Jerry's down there pushing on the dozer, working on the pond project. So you guys know we have those videos coming out. I've enlisted a helper. She's super excited. We are going to lay out, put some stakes out, put a little paint on the ground, and see if we can get the general shape of the YouTube yacht. You ready? That's you. Yep, that's your cue. It's good. She's good at YouTube. All right, let's get this stuff unstrapped and we'll get it down there. So it's gonna go that way. Front.
It is always awesome when the kids want to come out and help on projects like this. You just kind of hope it's something they look back on and remember. It's definitely something I will look back on and remember. And the cool thing is with YouTube, one of the best things about it is that they will always have the opportunity to come back and watch these videos when they're older, which is pretty cool. So basically what we did, we squared it up like you typically would a building, ran a string line around it. Now obviously that string line is not the actual footer line because a boat-shaped cabin's obviously not going to be a rectangle, but we needed a reference mark to be able to measure from. We then did a string line right down the center, so you can call that the keel line if you want. It's just right down the center of the boat. And then with the center line and the perimeter marked, we were able to go around and make several measurements using flags and paint and tape measure, of course, and get the general shape of the YouTube yacht. It went pretty well. It took us about an hour to get that shape marked out.
Jerry is still pushing away like crazy down there. You guys can kind of see the dam taking shape through the woods, so you'll be able to see that water through the trees. That'll be pretty. Anywho, we got this kind of marked out, so I'm going to do my best to show you guys the paint marks and this string. So if you see the orange string, right, that is the basic outside rectangle. Oh, rectangle, that was difficult. Everything will be on the inside. If you see the green string down the middle, we'll walk down here. So this green string, that is the very center of the YouTube yacht, if you will. This area here will be where the paddle wheel will be. You guys can envision the paddle wheel right here. This will be the very stern of the vessel. It'll have a little bit of a bow in this back wall. You're gonna have to use your imagination here and envision with me. And then you'll have this wall that comes around, and then there will be supports that angle up like this for the paddle wheel axle to sit on, and it'll be right in this area here. You guys will see, you'll see. Anywho, then the wall just kind of follows this line here, and when we get up to here, the bow starts to take shape and point up into there. So we're kind of excited. This is a pretty big step. This ground, this was a little tricky to dig. You can see what the rock does here. Not only do we run into a lot of rock, but if you can see the angle that rock is running, it's running at a pretty steep angle. So every time you catch the slightest little corner of that rock, you end up ripping a whole big chunk out like those, and you end up with these big moon craters. But with the 304, we'll be able to get in here and dig a little bit more precise where the exact footers are gonna go. And that's pretty exciting. And we kind of climbed our way back up here real quick. The idea is that parking will be right there. This will be here. It'll come up kind of right here. We'll have a ditch or for drainage that runs down. That's a pretty steep downhill, so catch right through there. Walking trail down to the lake, and then deck height somewhere in here, and there will be a dock, right, that connects you from the parking area to the main deck level. All in all, a lot of progress around the property. We're pretty excited about it. Major progress on that pond project, which will probably be the next video. We'll be working on that pond project. We now have a quick attach on the tractor, thanks to Neil. Link to his channel, again, it's in the description. Be sure to get over there and check it out, because he's got the build on the quick attach. And I think he's also doing a video. He's doing a video just about his trip in general to the area. And he had mentioned possibly doing a video about how he shimmed out the relief valve on there to get a little bit more pressure out of the hydraulics on this. So lots of information on his channel, and it's just a good channel in general, and he seems like a pretty good guy in general. We had an awesome time, so I'm glad they came down. I'm glad everything's going, I don't want to say smooth, but you know, let's call it 220 grit right now. It's going pretty well, and hopefully anytime soon, with a little bit of luck, we'll get some footers poured down here. I appreciate you guys watching. I really do mean that. As always, we'll catch you on the next one.